Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Twitch. I don't know what that means, but hi. Alright, we are doing Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning. I love this game, and I haven't played it in a while, so I might be rusty, but we will see what happens. Oh, this is the opening, that's fine. I may or may not, yeah, see, I've completed this 2 times over on this profile. Let's hit Y. This will be a one-off. Maybe in the future. Oh, also, yeah, so I have to preface this every time I play a retro game on anything before a Wii. So, any console that comes before a Wii. So, okay. The visuals are going to look kind of shit because I am using AV cables. Not composite, not S-video, I'm using AV cables. So, and just because it's an HD TV, it's a flat screen and all that stuff, like, it's gonna make the visuals look a little muddy. This is not how the game's supposed to look. I'm well aware of this. The PS2 comes out the same way. We did Sly Cooper a couple days ago, so yeah, it's not supposed to look like this. So you're gonna have to bear with that. The darker scenes are gonna look kind of ewy, but the brighter scenes are hopefully gonna look really good, or at least decent enough. So let's get that out of the way. 1, 2. I kind of want to do the full game, but for right now, this stream is just to celebrate the 16th anniversary. So if you want to see a full playthrough, I'll make that the let's say 50 follower incentive. If you want to see me play through the entirety of this game, try and get me up if you can, please, to 50 followers here on Twitch, and I will do just that for you guys, if this is something you want to see me do. If not, then I can come up with something else to play for 50, but for right now, I mean, 50 is the goal. We got Tabriz, Raven, and Frederick. Hello. So that's number 2. Number 3, there is no number 3. Okay, anyway. I think that's all I wanted to say. Run off the gate. Right out of the gate. Look at Ignitus. Oh, it's fucking Ignitus. Oh, it's baby Spyro in the fucking egg. I love the cinematic route that this game takes. Like, this is so cool. We've never seen something like this for Spyro before. With, like, the opening credits. And I think numerous people have stitched together, it's like a damn near 7 or so hour long thing, like all the cinematics of all 3 games all cut together like it is a film. So we're on some, we really are on some extended Lord of the Rings shit going on here. Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning. Starring Elijah Wood as Little Purple, David Spade as Annoying Yellow, and Gary Oldman as Ignitus.
Eventually,
also,
I'm
I'm actually going to mute myself in just a sec. I want to hear the audio balancing, because for some strange reason, I don't know if I can change this, I might be able to. The game's audio mixing is a bit weird right now, and I have no idea if that's just how the game is, but, for some reason, the voices are loud as shit. So hopefully I can see if I can do something about that. I'd rather you hear the game a little into the background. Not too quiet, but not too loud. And hopefully I'm loud enough to where you can hear me.
Here I come.
Look, it's him. Little Elijah Wood. This is what he looked like as a child. Okay, so yeah, give me a quick sec.
And he grew up alongside Sparks, the young dragonfly who was born the same day. In fact, the two were almost like brothers, and a more oddly matched yet compatible pair of
yeah, like for some reason Ignitus's like voiceover sounds kind of distorted. I have no idea why.
He, like all of us,
it sounds like his gain is turned up too loud, and he's like, "This is Spyro."
He was one of them. A big purple one of them, true, but one of them nonetheless.
I played this game on DS, and the funny thing is it's in the Dawn of the Dragon game case. I don't know how the seller fucked that up. Because they saw it was Legend of Spyro. Oh, this is inverted. Great. I hope I can change that. Let me move.
I see you, my little glowing friend.
Seeing and catching
They
are
said,
two different
let's
things,
put a
big
tutorial in
boy.
Spyro. That always works.
Yeah, you better run.
Okay. Immediately, camera. That's not normal. This is normal. Slow motion chance. We'll bump that down to like right here. It's cool the first few times, for when it keeps happening. If you put that shit all the way up, it's gonna happen like every single time. So we got that. Aha. Let's do that. Hopefully that sounds a bit better. And I'll do one more test where I mute myself so I can hear, and the desktop audio, so that way I can hear. And make sure everything's fine. Does that stay the way? Yes, it does. Okay, cool. Aha, that feels a lot better. I can't flame yet because we haven't even learned that in the story. Jump. Okay, so as this is all happening and you can hear all the everything, I'm gonna mute myself, so give me a minute. Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad. We should be fine. If you guys find that the audio is a little too quiet on the game side, let me know. Or if I'm a bit too loud, also let me know. This is gonna be hell. It looks really weird on the stream.
Matter, little Spyro? You can't
And it's
fly?
just dark.
Oh, that's right. You
Like
are
I said, this
good.
first bit's gonna just orange and dark and muddy and weird. Like, look at Spyro. Look how dark he is. So this is how you charge. It's way different than in the original.
Ah, must be tough to lose all the time. All right, let me out of here, you overgrown fungus.
We have to learn how to whack creatures.
Seriously, lend me a hand here, will
My
you,
favorite
bud?
activity.
Jeez, Sparks. I don't know. Frogweed's gotta eat too.
Spyro, whack it! Do something! I'm your buddy! My wings are getting moldy!
Inverted. No, I can't invert. We got combat going on here.
Ugh. Now I smell almost as bad as you do.
Where's the first level in this game? The same color of
And that's
poo,
pretty bad.
mud.
See you later,
Because it's a
sucker.
swamp. Swamps are just kind of poopy in general. Yeah, I do wish they kind of made this a more fantastical looking swamp. It's not really. But I don't care.
Hey, that's cheating. We're not allowed in there.
Yeah,
Put subtitles on in case you can't hear them for any reason, and that way you can at least read what they're saying. Because normally, I don't think I usually don't leave subtitles on. You can do little aerial combos, they want to show you that.
Where's that little Mac gone now?
I've had to play a couple more games as of recent with inverted camera, so
purple thing around here.
I'm hoping it doesn't like re-screw me up once more, because Banjo screwed me up into having to do it left is left and right is right, so I got used to that. So hopefully this this doesn't get weird with me having to get used to like both. Like it just depends from it varies from game to game.
You
If
know,
I'm even allowed to switch the camera around. The DS version is very faithful to the console versions. They even kept the cutscenes, though they're compressed to all hell and there's no music at all. Wow, that's hilarious. And we don't have any gems yet either, because we haven't been introduced to gems yet. Let's see, I can knock dudes in the air and go bam, bam, bam. I thought the first time you did it, it would give you a slow-mo, but since I put it down, it's going to be very selective when it happens. Sometimes I turn it completely off because it gets a little too annoying, but sometimes it's cool. Oh, there's some gems. Probably because I was low on health. I can just knock those right back. Oh, there's dudes. Hello. Yeah, and then they've got really weird names too. I feel like they went into like a fantasy name generator. Oh, there it is. Boom, and then boom. I love on that last one to move the camera around. It's so cool. I like little things like that. We haven't learned to push them away with Z just yet. I think Ignitus shows us that. I love this battle music too. It gets a little repetitive because you hear it a lot, but it's a nice piece of music.
Treat me like a thing, whatever you are. You pathetic wretch.
Oh, listen to David Spade trying to be funny.
Sparks, look out! No!
Fire! Oh, and then you hear a little bit of that, the main theme in there. This game's easy to find on PS2, but on GameCube it's not as common. Well, good thing I'm playing the GameCube version. That's just, I think my mom bought this for me, so that's just the version she found. But yes, oh yeah, now I can flame. But yes, I have Eternal Night and Dawn of the Dragon on PS2. So it's very weird, I don't know. And shoo-boo. Sparks. Oh, there's more guys. More dudes. So I think in this stream we'll probably get as far as Dante's Freezer. We'll rescue Voltaire, and then I think we'll call it from there. Because that'll be pretty lengthy. That's going to take a little over an hour. Roughly estimating, of course. Because there's a lot to do in between, even here and getting to there, because we have to go through Ignitus's stuff and all that. And we have to get into the Dragon Temple.
You almost torched me, dude. Wait. You breathe fire! So I'm just about ready to blow the top off that place and kick that guy's booty when Spyro let loose with some serious flame, dude. No joke. Flames. From the
I feel like I have that font that the subtitles are in. I don't know what font it is, though. It looks very familiar. Probably just because I know it from here. But I feel like I have that font. I don't know what the name of the font is.
You don't believe me. Spyro, tell him.
Well, it's true, Dad. I swear. I just got real mad, opened my mouth,
And the font file is kind of
It's not that, Spyro.
compressed a little bit, so it doesn't look as crisp. So that does make it kind of hard to tell.
The day when we would have to tell you the truth. So that was the night that Spyro learned he wasn't a dragonfly after all, but in fact an exile from an unknown distant land.
So, you mean I'm not your real son?
You are our real son. It's just that
You're a
you
real
came
son,
from
but
somewhere else.
we'll never see you again
Far
after this
away,
moment.
where wars rage on, and the innocent seem to always pay the price.
It wasn't long after that night that Spyro decided to venture forth.
That
and
night,
find
even
his
though
home.
it's still the same time of day. Actually, it's a little bit night.
Not a care in the world.
Yeah, it's gotten darker, so the the stream looks a little muddier.
But I just found out
No,
that my
actually,
home is out there
looking at those big ass, I love how the mushrooms just kind of like block out the sky, so you can't see the sky too good.
Well, I thought I belonged with you, because I'm always with you. But I guess I was wrong, huh? I'm sure I'm wrong.
As far as the actual versions of these Legends games go, Dawn of the Dragon's the only one I've played. Yeah, that's interesting. I just watched Miharu play like a small little chunklet of it in her stream, like what, a day or two ago? I think it was 2 days ago. So
clean and use that breath of yours wisely. All gifts come with a price.
that's the only one I need to play. I've beaten this game like you saw on my memory card a couple times over, but and then I just beat Eternal Night with Victor like either earlier this year or sometime late last year, and then
So hard as it was,
I have Dawn of the Dragon. I've played a small little snippet of it, the smallest. I only barely got to Avalar, and then like from there I haven't done much at all. And it's because I didn't want to get too much into it, because at that time I hadn't beaten Eternal Night. But now that I have, I can finally. I'm trying to do them all in chronological order. It sucks that it's taken me this long, but you know, it's, better late than never. I can finally start to play Dawn of the Dragon. I just gotta make time for it, honestly. I've been really busy this month so far. I still have more videos that I want to get out. Between that, waiting for the pizza box to come, and everything else I already put out beforehand, and then with the Mario movie trailer, we had to make time for that and get the reaction out, and we did a stream on it too. So there's been a bunch of stuff we've been doing lately. I think this month's been one of the strongest for me in terms of like getting content out. I would like to try and keep it up, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. For November, I do have some stuff planned for sure, but I'm also working on a big, that Into the Dragonfly video for Miharu, so I don't know just how much I'll be able to do on my own channel in that time, because the editing process for that video is going to actually come up pretty soon.
Even if one of them is purple and does have some weight issues.
Weight issues, huh? Well, at least I've never been turned into a lantern.
Oh, please, lantern schmantern. Let's see what's out there.
And so the two venture out. Let's go and find Ignitus. I mean, who? I don't know who that is. Let's fight some dudes. The big guy. Oh yeah, okay, so it's R, not Z, my bad. Pop. You can kick him away from you. So for anyone who's forgotten how the gems work in this game, because it's way different than in the original games, they're color-coded for different things they can do now. So red gems are your health, green gems are your breath or your mana, and blue gems upgrade your breath abilities to be stronger, and then purple gems are for your fury meter. All of that stuff we're going to learn later. So you can actually hit dudes into other dudes, and that's pretty cool. You have to line it up just right. Let's see if I can do it. Pop, and he should... Okay, he's too far. He would slide over and hit whoever's right behind him. You have to line it up just right, though. And they make it a thing to tell you you have to line it up. See, that is dark as hell. Thankfully, Sparks kind of helps light the way. I like that dynamic lighting. Sparks hasn't really done that. I don't even know if he does that in Reignited. I can't remember if he does. If Sparks illuminates stuff around him. I've got like a clearing coming up. It's hard to see because, again, muddy stuff going on here. Muddy graphics. Well, I shouldn't say graphics. It's not the game's fault. The game, like I said, doesn't look like this. It's just the output of how I'm doing this. These big fools. Oh, my favorite. Oh, there's like fucking 3 of them. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. There's a strafing, right? Yeah, there's a strafe. Not that it helps. A roll would help more. Thank you. First death. Let's go. First death. At least nothing resets. I don't have to kill all the other dudes again. It's just kind of hard because you can't really dodge. I want to say they put something like that in later. But then again, with how shitty in the enemy department done in the, or sorry, Eternal Night got, probably not. Okay, so all of them are done for. Now we can move on. I cannot see what's happening. Oh shit, what is going on? Do I need to kill these guys at all? It helped. Okay, I actually can't see what's happening. What the fuck am I? Oh, okay, here we go. I had to look at the fucking stream for that. Yeah, we need to get the heck out of here because it's muddy. Yeah, we can just leave. Spyro's kind of lights the way a little bit, which is good. He shows you where to jump. Oh no.
Breathe, Sparks, old boy. Go to your happy place.
What in the world was that?
I have no idea, but I'm going this way, far from it.
Which brings us
No, they are. They are, Frederick. They are fun.
When he and I
Okay, this I don't even have to like hold the controller at this point because we just get a lot of exposition, so I can talk over it.
And I thought you were
No, these games are really fun. The only problem with these are the issues that people tend to have with the first two games. So, and they're complete opposites of each other. So,
Too late for what?
I guess this game was a bit too easy, and it's kind of repetitive because
What are we? What am I?
You mean you don't know?
Does it sound like
sorry,
you
I
know?
want to watch the cutscene at the same time. I need to talk though. Okay, so
Just an egg. It was my job to protect you.
people thought it was kind of easy because, well, some bits are kind of tough. Like some of the enemies, the bigger ones especially, do get kind of tough. But for the most part, the game is sort of repetitive in the sense that, so we've got Ignitus, now we have to go find the other Guardians. There are 4 more of them,
It was the year of the dragon.
like he's saying. So we have to go and get the other guys. So we have to learn from Ignitus at the Dragon Temple. Then we gotta go out to Dante's freezer, go get Voltaire. We come back to the temple. He shows us electrical abilities. The way Ignitus shows us fire abilities. Then we go out, get another dragon, bring him back, learn how to do his stuff. Then go again, get another dragon, bring him back, learn the stuff. So that's kind of how the game progresses.
Who is they? And why did they come for me?
Then,
Prophecies spoke of a purple dragon.
so these drawings are awesome. So because of that, people said that this game feels a little repetitive and kind of easy because later when you get really powerful, you can dispatch enemies pretty quickly. Of what it's worth. So I guess Chrome got that same feedback because people say that about this game nowadays. So I think even back then Chrome got that kind of feedback because then they said, okay, let's bump up the difficulty of the enemies. So
Well, Spyro,
Eternal Night follows a more
the Dark Arms
through-line story.
destroying the eggs.
So it's not too repetitive necessarily, and you do go to different places, but you don't return to do stuff and then rinse and repeat. But
We were at war.
the enemy ambushes get way fuckier in Eternal Night, and that was the biggest reason. In fact, that was the sole reason why it took me and my brother so long to finish that game, and why it took the combined efforts of the both of us to be able to finish it. Because I got through the majority of the game by myself, stopped near the end. I was at the tail end of the game, but they throw all these types of there's like an ambush sequence where you have to make your way up this like spiral staircase, as it were, of separate platforms, and as you go, they're like these gigantic arena looking platforms because they are arenas. Each platform houses a different houses an ambush, and each ambush is made up of like a few enemies that just spawn in after you kill them, but they're all really fucked, and like it was hard. It was really difficult because now the balance is off. The balancing with how difficult the enemies are. Now it's off. Now it's too hard. So
Thing that was chasing us, Spyro.
they know when to attack you because you get knocked back and you have like this long-winded animation of getting knocked back, getting kind of dazed, and then getting back up. And they know to hit you like right after you're out of that animation, so they can almost potentially catch you in a loop. Some bigger enemies, not every single enemy. It just gets really fucked. And it took both Vic and me to bounce back and forth and try to get through the ambush, get through the mini-boss, and then finish up the rest of the game.
Wow.
It was just,
Fun.
it was kind of hell.
Hang out with this guy.
Yeah.
Um,
Why have you given us?
So this game gets a little too repetitive, according to people, you know, in the progression department. The enemies, I guess, feel a little too easy. And the ambushes can be taken care of pretty simplistically for the most part. Especially when you upgrade yourself as you go along. And then,
horrible. This is bad stuff, all right? I don't know if we're hearing the same
and then, the other game, the next game, just kind of goes the complete opposite direction, and it gets a little too aggravating when you're dealing with enemy ambushes.
But the prophecies didn't foretell the devastation that surrounds us now.
Yeah, the only thing people say about Mind Over Mutant is that because of how big it is, before you unlock the teleporters on Mount Grimley, it gets a little hard to, like, navigate.
Very well, then.
A little tricky to remember where you're supposed to go, or to remember how to get to a certain place. I've had a little bit of an issue with that, but it's not as bad as people might want to make it out to be, especially because it's a Titans game, you know. So like, I don't know. Okay, now I finally, so we're near the temple, but we have to get in. Sounds kind of like Titans.
Cinder's soldiers must have knocked the other two statues.
Well, Titans, well, I mean, yeah, there are ambushes there too, but I'm talking about,
on the other side of this door.
No. Well, not repetitive combat, repetitive scenarios, like repetitive progression. Crashes is a very straightforward story for Titans.
Yeah, good. I was never good at geometry, so what do you want us to do?
Spyro, I need you to get in
So,
and move the statues in place.
Me? How?
There's a small tunnel that animals use to access the caves.
Animals like yourselves?
And use it.
Do you mean small woodland creatures? You could have said that.
Do that, and I'll wait here.
That animals use. We're not animals. We are, in fact, not that. Oh, these spiders are annoying. I hate them. Let's see. Oh, hi. Oh, do I have to kill them? Probably do. Okay. Oh, yeah, and they go... Oh, he's in the air. I've never had that happen before. Can I kill him? Oh. Oh, he's coming down. He's coming down. There we go. Okay. Whew. Because they have to die, I think, at some point in order to do something or other. So, like, that could have been really bad. I've never had that happen before. Oh, that was weird. They make really weird noises. Charge! Charge into him. Hey. Let's see. Let's see if that even needed to happen, if that did anything. If it didn't, then... Oh, I didn't see the little platform up here. Some of these guys aren't required to fight. Oh my god. Well, he killed himself. But a few of them later are. Oh, this is where we learn our head bash.
Hey, when in doubt, break it, right? Go nuts. A-A-X. Yeah. See, they got some classic shit in here.
Yeah, these guys we're gonna have to kill because they're gonna be... they're gonna get so annoying. We gotta push these into place. But there's so many of these guys, and I can fight them all, technically. I mean, it would be wise to fight them all. But I also just kind of want to push these, and they're tedious as hell to push. Ow. I also don't want to die. And not because it's going to really do anything to my progression, but just because it's annoying. It takes forever to load back in. Well, not exactly, but it just feels like forever, and I just don't want to do that. Yeah, no live system, no nothing. There is no real penalty for dying. The game, like, invisible checkpoints you, so you don't get an actual checkpoint. I'm gonna mainly be using my flame as a stun. I also have to get them away from the statue so I can actually push it. Oh, it's right there, come on. Is it it in? Is it in? Is it in? I can't even tell. I think the eyes are supposed to glow or something when I get it in. It's like right there. Did I get it in? Okay, I'm gonna assume I did it. The other ones, let's see me pushed a little bit. You fuck. These guys are annoying. Okay, so yeah, that one glowed. This one's like right there, but for some reason I can't push it. It's like right on it. Okay, I think I did do it. I just didn't see it. Did Sparks speak in A Hero's Tale? Yes, he did.
Any trouble?
He was voiced by Andre Soglioso, the guy who's been doing his little like since fucking Spyro like 3 or whatever. 2 or 3, I can't remember. I think 3 he really starts to do it. So 3, Enter the Dragonfly, and then by Hero's Tale, he still kind of does the little kazoo voice, but he interjects it with some speaking. That's the first time we hear him talk.
Do not reject us.
Are you making that up?
It should open for us. There is a disturbance. It seems my fears have
Maybe the DS version's lack of music is fucking me up, but these enemies speak really annoying voices. No, the spiders are just annoying in general. Thankfully, that used to give me much more trouble as a kid, actually, dealing with those spiders. So, oh no, that's right. We have to do more statues. That's why I was gonna be like, no, that was actually easier than I remember it being. But because we have more of them to do and more spiders to deal with. Yep, this would be it. Let's see if this is as bad as I remember it. Oh, and it's in the dark, so because of the muddy GameCube ass shit happening here, the way I'm connecting, the way everything was connected, you know.
Hey, Spyro, what was that about?
I don't really know. I just felt like I had to hit it.
I had to hit it.
The power of
Subtle
a
fourth
thousand
wall
suns
break?
surged through my body.
I couldn't control myself, literally.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? You should really sleep better.
Also, Power of a Thousand Suns, I forget what that's a reference to something. I forget what it is.
Forget I
I
said
think it's a direct reference to something. But yeah, these are the gems, the gem shards. So, what's these guys? Well, you're not that annoying. Oh, but the big ones are. You know what's funny? We have to roll snowballs and stuff later, and the tracking on that is really good. Think when you have to roll the balls and stuff in that Twinsanity, the tracking for how you have to, how it feels to actually roll the ball around is really good. Trying to push these statues, see how I keep sliding and slipping around off it like that? I wish the tracking for Spyro to stay on whatever it is that he's pushing, I wish it was as good as when I'm trying to push, the smaller stuff like the balls around and all that. The snowballs and whatever else. Because the tracking, because they're cannonballs and in Eternal Night that you have to push. And the tracking is just really good in general. Okay, where's the statues right here? Okay, thankfully they're the only ones I had to deal with. So I can just push this right on in. There we go. Sick, nice, sick, nice. Was that all of them? Oh yeah, actually, okay, cool. That wasn't a big, wasn't as big of a deal for me as it was when I was a kid. I'm pleasantly surprised.
There might be hope for us yet.
Not that well, actually, I might have died like once before to that whole segment. I've at least died there once when I was a kid.
What are these things?
A gift from
These
the
are spirit
ancestors.
gems. A gift from the ancestors.
What kind of gift?
A gift that speaks across generations. A gift that empowers you with the spirit of the past, strengthening you with the wisdom of the
AKA, it just, you gain health back, dude. What does that mean? Yes, yes. Oh, shit. Yes. Blue, yes. Yes. I know. I know. Yes, thank you. Fucking video game. So now we get all of our types of gems, but I don't think purple's here yet because we haven't learned about Fury until actually right here, I think.
You hear that?
We see Ignitus use his Fury, and he tells us, yeah, that's the strength of a true dragon. I can teach you this.
Look, Spyro.
But first we have to beat up some more bad guys.
Perhaps we should turn back.
What? After coming this far?
I just love the way the game feels. I'm surprised Miharu doesn't like this. I mean, speaking from all like the design flaws or whatever the case may be, or the progression, the repetitive progression, but just, I don't know, the feel and the sound effects and even the voices, for as hokey as the writing is super hokey. I'm obviously aware of this, but like, I love hokey writing in games. Like, when has it ever been like really good if it's for a platformer? Really, very rarely is the writing in a platformer done like just exquisitely. I would argue Crash 4, it still has some hokey writing, but some of it is really good too. I would like it if it wasn't Spyro. Hello. I like that it's Spyro. I really don't mind this. I mean, with dragons and treasure and lore and lore and war, just, I don't know, that just, it's cool to see it in some kind of a Spyro thing. The fact that it is, in fact, a reboot, and it doesn't have to follow the classic, you know, formula or anything, but it still keeps stuff that the formula, or that the classic games introduced, is cool. And it's still cool to see, even through into the reboot, that, the breath abilities are still there, because fucking the Dragonfly started that. Who would have thought that that was actually a really good idea they had? That stuck. So like I said, I was telling everyone else, Aaron, because of how my setup is, that's why the game looks kind of muddy in these darker areas. It obviously doesn't actually look like this. It can look a lot cleaner. I just need to get a better setup for my retro consoles, how I set them up to the stream. Which I am trying to strive for. I want to save up some money so I can get some more, like, whatever, like, SCART stuff, like, SCART converters, or whatever I can get my hands on that can make the games look really, really clean. I will eventually strive for. It's just a matter of, like, which cables I need to get, which ones will work for my setup. But in due time, these retro streams will look a lot better. I like this too. More stuff like this, please. Interactive little things like this with your breaths. Mainly right here, your fire. Poof. Like, that's awesome. I like that. The older games didn't have that. I'm not saying that means anything is bad, or obviously not. But, like, it's just a natural progression in what you can do with a Spyro game, and I like that. The trilogy had some really good. This trilogy had some really good ideas. A separate dragon game would be fine, but this isn't the style I want to Spyro to. Well, but I don't know. That's why it's a reboot. The fact it's a reboot means they can get away with whatever they wanted to do. Now, whether you just find it underwhelming is one thing, but having really almost nothing to grab onto besides what, Cinder? Which I understand, of course, but it's like, they're just, I don't know. It's very nostalgic for me. This is nostalgic for me. I wouldn't say as nostalgic as classic Spyro, of course not, but when I look at this, I'm just like, yeah, man, memories of playing this back in the mid-2000s, late 2000s. It's just another era of Crash and Spyro. The gameplay in general, I mean, I don't know. I know the physics feel different, like trying to double jump or do whatever. Because, I mean, Legend took from every other, like, kind of mini era of Spyro. You still have charging, you still have fire breath, you still have the horn dive, all from Spyro 2 and 3. You've got elemental breaths from Enter the Dragonfly, you have double jumping from Hero's Tail. So it just took the best of everything like that and combined it into one game. And did more with it, with the Fury attacks, the upgradable, you know, breaths and stuff like that. That's awesome.
Patience, young
it's a natural evolution, I feel.
You'll learn all I have to teach. But right now, you must fight.
I think Charles and Billis returned and worked on Spyro's design for this game. I didn't. I don't know if that's true. I've definitely not heard of that before. Look, I'm celebrating an anniversary here. I really don't want to shit on this trilogy. I really do want to, you know, celebrate it because I think it's worth celebrating. Let's look at my feared streaming Titans, but I said, fuck it, I don't care. I love that game and I want to play it on stream. Because I didn't want people to come into the chat and be like, oh, you're playing Titans. Okay, whatever. Overrated. It's not Crash. Like, I didn't want people to start saying stupid shit about it. Or with Twinsanity either. It's overrated. It's not even that good. The music's okay, I guess. Like, shut the fuck up. I'm not saying that you're necessarily doing that, but it's like, I just don't want to have too much ill will spoken about this game in this stream. No. I know.
If Cinder's forces were here, there will certainly be more of them in the temple.
Oh, goody.
They won't be there for long.
Wonderful. Now he's getting cocky.
You brought it up. Well, no, I didn't. I just said I'm surprised that you don't like this as a concept. I think it's cool. Look at little Spyro. Look at him walk. I just wish that this wasn't so muddy. Oh, he's gonna smack Sparks with his tail. Yay! I love that.
Home. Sweet home.
Well, that's the okay. Well, the concept of this Spyro game, that it's a little darker than the other games. As a concept for a Spyro game, that's how I've always talked about this. As a different direction, which you just said earlier that you didn't like. That this is the direction that it took as a reboot. I think it's perfect in the sense that they wanted to give more lore, do a different story. That's literally what the concept of a reboot is, to kind of, you know, rewrite it a bit. I'm not saying this is perfect. It's definitely not, but should they have done it where you just fight monkeys? Probably not. And that's pretty much it. You fight monkeys and maybe some dudes and, you know, down to the dragon. But how it's a three-parter and it all interconnects is just, it's a cool concept for Spyro. I think it's cool. I wouldn't want it to have been anything else. Let me in. But we have to wait for fucking Ignitus to... Which corner do you think he'll come around? I think left. But it could be right, but I can't remember. Which corner will he come around? Well, not corner, but... yep, left. Which side? It's a circle, it has no corners. I want us to jump on him. Smack Sparks again with your tail. Here's where we're going to train. Training montage. Well, first we have to look at the land and get inspired to want to go on this quest. This is where Ignitus creepily comes into frame. His head just kind of saunters into frame and gets all up close to Spyro. He says, "You are a purple dragon, a very special creature." Yeah, it's got that fantasy setting the OG trilogy had a bit of, and just made it a little darker. Yeah, exactly.
This is what Cinder has done. Put all the islands under her
I think with the
iron
font choice, not this type of font, but like
I wanted to see where
the more just there are more fantasy elements arguably here than in the original, because the original has a fantasy setting, but everything else from the field to the music to everything else has a more
So home, Spyro.
fantasy tone to it here in this
Together we can
trilogy.
make it our home once again.
And that might be another reason why I like it so much, because again, remember around the I've said this before actually in Miharu's stream of Dawn of the Dragon that she just did. In
We might be able to beat Cinder.
the like mid late here we go, the mid or late 2000s, I was like super into that kind of like
You can, Spyro.
just that royalty aesthetic, the kind of like, you know, shredded tattered flag and on the battleground, the fucking like, I don't know, it's really hard to explain the type of aesthetic. I'd have to like show you guys. With like the Latin, like the tablet with the Latin text on it, like that kind of just, that kind of feel, you know, like, but ironically I was into Lord of the Rings. I don't know, it's very bizarre, but that aesthetic and that look, I do like the fantasy setting quite a bit.
All I can ask.
And for Spyro to kind of deliver on that through this, a little again more so arguably than it did with the originals, I thought it was cool.
The style.
Having the ancient dragon statues, not that, you know, other Spyro games in the classic series didn't have that, or those, or anything like that, but like, you know, just, but there's lore behind them and whatever, like that, it's really cool.
Dragon.
Thanks.
And if you're going to have a chance against Cinder and her army, you're going to need
Better direction for voice acting.
Oh, good. School.
unlike any school you've ever known.
I like to beat 'em up.
Now it's time to.
If there, I mean, just watch anything that Nitro Rad does, and he'll explain in a bunch of different
is master of an element
platformer reviews why he doesn't like combat in certain games.
and master of
It's hard to do combat in a platformer where it doesn't feel repetitive.
and you may be someday too.
I personally don't really mind the
You seem to have learned the ability to breathe fire on your own.
I don't really mind combat when it's like this. Like right now we're training, but you know, coming up to an ambush and having to take dudes out to progress. But obviously, you know, that can break the pacing if you have to stop everything to do that. You know what I mean?
This time,
And this game has that in troves, but it's like,
fire breath.
I don't know. Here, what am I doing? Oh, catch them and burn them. Yeah, this can get a little weird. Oh, I just had him, damn it. Come here, sir. Oh, I'm also have to hear out for the audio. I'm listening out for the audio cue because this is timed. Some of these are timed. At least, I think they are. Because you can hear like a clock.
Oh, you awaken my hopes once more.
You hear, Spyro, come here. Come over here. Says this way,
you must
O Ma
know
of
that
One.
There is a time and a place for everything. Yeah.
Not to dump me into the air. I can do that. That was it.
Well done. Your training is just getting started.
Over here.
Knocking enemies.
Personnel and do the aerial thing. Yep, I know how to do this. I've been doing it. Pop, pop. Now it feels like a fighting game because every time you do an input, it shows it. It's like you're looking at a command list in Tekken or something. You have to learn the 10 string.
Never see how
Okay, so this one gets a little weird because it's like, press the button, knock him into the guy. They're gonna make me do that anyway. And that one gets kind of tough because, again, you have to line it up perfectly. Right now we're just learning how to do it for each one. Yeah. Now they're gonna make us do it where we have to actually knock them into other
now it's
guys.
time to move on.
Pyro,
us continue.
Oh, first we have to learn how to do the actual pop, 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 pop. XXXXAXXX.
Come over here.
Let's try another.
Press, knock it to the, yeah. Okay, so we learn how to knock it away. Which again, we already know how to do because they tutorialized us on that earlier in the swamp. But now we're going to learn how to knock them into other dudes. And I have to land those hits. I got to do it like 4 or 5 times. Okay, first you combat them and then you do it. Okay, so combat, combat. Pop. I don't know why that didn't. Okay, for some reason that last one didn't count apparently. Okay, so now it should be the time.
This way, oh Mav one.
Oh, Mav one.
Balanced enemy.
Yep. I gotta line it up just right. Pop, pop, pop. Nope. Gotta do it again. Ah, come on. I'm right there. I should be able. Okay, there we go. That one counted. Let's see. Oh, come on. There we go. Ah, I slid right by him. Wish the hitbox wasn't so precise on that. Wish we had a little more leeway. Oh yeah, see, I'm fucking timed. Do you hear that? Ooh, made it just in time. Cool.
Now you're ready to proceed.
Do I need to learn my, yeah, my pew pew, my Y button?
Let's see if you can successfully knock it in.
Okay, not yet. So this is just knock them in like bowling style. So it doesn't matter how many of them I hit, as long as I can just hit him into them, which is good.
Far from done yet.
So I can spit fireballs with Y, which I think we're gonna learn next.
Spyro, you have taken.
Stay behind the. Yep. Here we go. It's pretty cool. Choo. I like that. See, a new ability for Spyro he never had. That's really cool. That's progression, using fire in a different way.
Over here.
I like it.
Mix it up.
So now we've got a. I don't know why. Okay, yeah. So they're gonna give me these guys, but I need to hit. I need to kill those dudes over there. Dear Lord, I'm going to die. Oh, shit. I can't see what I'm doing. So mainly I need. Oh, I died. I was like, what the fuck happened? Can I kill those guys, the little ones? Because sometimes they'll take certain abilities away. So if they want you to learn fire, they're probably going to take your combat away. Except they didn't do it here. So I can actually kill these guys, which is good. Okay, that's at least good. And then I can come over here and kill these dudes. Which is what they want me to do. They want me to kill these guys. With my element. Whoops. Because it goes further if you jump and do it. This guy, I think, is going to be weakened. One more hit should do it. Yeah.
So far, so good. Now for the real challenge.
Okay, final challenge in the center.
Spyro, come here.
This is just the Fury.
You have demonstrated.
So kill a bunch of dudes and then get that Fury meter up. It's like about halfway right now. It's around my elemental bar. Or rather my elemental icon, I should say. So it's almost there. Oh, come on. This should do it. Here we go. Here, I'm gonna let some big guys come up. Here we go. Z! And you can still move the camera so you can go. I like it.
You might have a chance against Cinder yet.
Cool. Training complete. Yeah, this just happened to be the version my mom got for me a long time ago. It was the GameCube version. I have the PS2 version of both Eternal Night and Dawn of the Dragon. Congratulations, you won. You beat the training. Now take these skills into the real world. Time to go and figure out what's happening over on Dante's freezer. Look, it's the good music.
So what's with the pool, big guy?
If you must know, certain dragons have the ability to see visions. The thoughts, memories, and
What am I thinking now?
memories of
How about now?
and to see what's happening in places far, far away. I am one such dragon, and in this pool, the visions come forth.
Oh, really? Is that so? Okay, what am I thinking now? What am I thinking now? Okay, now. Now. Now.
I'm afraid it's not that easy, Sparks. It takes time, reflection, and patience. What I do see in the pool of visions is that Voltaire, one of the Guardians, is being held on Dante's freezer. Spyro, while I look for details on the others, I want you to...
Oh, we get a really cool in-between segment where we have to fly over there.
Just look around.
And,
Cinder, run.
it's got really good music.
Okay, so when people are trying to kill me, I run? Got it.
But
I don't think it's the main menu music. I think it's a different track, but it sounds really similar, if I remember right.
Why are you smiling? I don't like it.
let me get this straight. You're saying that I can...
Here's a little bit of subtle fourth wall humor.
Maybe you've been hanging in those caves a little too long, old man. Spyro can't fly, we all know that.
Yeah, a bit of fresh air might do you good. I've never flown in my life.
It's you that will be getting some fresh air, Spyro. Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and empty your mind. Yes, that's it. Now feel the power of your ancestors coursing through your body.
Why the meter, though?
In times of crisis, they will
When
come
a mystic
to
into
you
the
to teach
dragonfly can give you those abilities permanently in a polished game like this can't. That's probably. I mean, I'm not saying that the meter's good. Why would you also put Crash's health on a meter and Titan's whenever mutant? Doesn't really make sense when that's not how it worked before. It was just what games were doing at the time, so, you know. At least platformers that are releasing nowadays don't really do that. They're not trying to take on that kind of mentality. That design principle. They're thankfully doing a more old school approach, and you take like 1 or 2 hits and then you die. But yeah, it was just them adopting to the time. Like every game had a health meter. Games like I think Infamous probably has a health meter, or like Devil May Cry, or just whatever else was out at that time. Like the hack and slash and beat 'em up games, because this was kind of a beat 'em up game, but it was still a platformer, so it was a way to like conform to the times, but then also still kind of stay true to what the platformers were from their time. So like what Spyro was at its peak.
Would that be
Which is what I said. They kept a lot of what made Spyro Spyro, but they added in some at the time. This stuff was considered modern. So the beat 'em up stuff was like their way to modernize it, you know. Use R to speed up. It takes your thing away, but it comes right back. So I can go wee. And I think I can strafe. Yep. Do a barrel roll. Yay. And they make really funny noises. Oh, I guess this is the main menu theme. I believe we have to bomb this guy. Well, you can. I don't think it actually does anything. Yeah, you really can't hurt that dude. Oh no. Those aren't cannonballs, those are monkeys. This is really cool. See, I want some... Okay, I'm pausing this right now. Let me tell y'all what I want to see in a new Spyro game. You want my thoughts on quote-unquote Spyro 4? What should it have? Make it open world, but keep it very similar to classic Spyro. However, you can do this, and you can still one-up this game if you do it the way I'm going to tell you. That could possibly happen. I'm not saying it's going to be easy to program or to code, but if it were to be able to get pulled off, this is what I would like to see. You could take inspiration from and one-up Super Mario Odyssey. Now that sounds random, and it's not because I'm playing it on YouTube right now. Hear me out. In Mario Odyssey, you're going from world to world, kingdom to kingdom, whatever. And so you come across this big world. It's really open. You can do any mission in any order, collect any collectible in any order. Then when you're done, you return to your ship, dump your collectibles in, and then you leave. But you still have to choose where you want to go through a little menu and do all that nonsense. And there is still a loading screen in the form of the cutscene where you see the transition period or transition, well, the transition from world to world is watching the cutscene of Mario and Cappy fly by the camera, right? And they're looking out the window. And then Cappy will tell you some shit. That's essentially kind of the loading zone there, right? Sort of. Now, in a Spyro game, do the same thing. Have it where you've got these gigantic worlds, and if you want to have some free flight, put some vertical stuff in there. Give us these giant floating islands that are like way up in the air. And even if you have something of a cap, not as bad as Dawn of the Dragon, but even if you have something of a cap, less Dawn of the Dragon, more Nasty's Loot, kind of. Where you can only go so high, but you still have to kind of find somewhere to like platform and get some higher up by platforming. And then from wherever high up you are at that point, you can fly again or glide or whatever. So maybe some of that, whatever. But make the transition point from world to world. Like, if they have to, like, invisible wall you or do something else, whatever. But then when you have enough to be able to leave, make it to where you can just take off and have this. Because this is the transition period between going from the temple to going to Dante's freezer. And you're going to see there are all these islands here and all this stuff. It's not much of a looker for 2006. Like, you know, you got some islands, you got some ships. What you're mostly looking at here is sky and water. And clouds. But, in a bit, as we progress here, we're going to be seeing a little bit of some snow. We're going to see some ice, some icebergs up ahead. Check it out. Now we're actually loading in, and we're heading towards Dante's freezer. Look at all of that. Look, we're actually heading there. This is really cool for a Spyro game. And if you want to take more inspiration from the classic games, you can have a seamless transition point where if you have to do some camera tricks and you have to like go along this on-rails path, then sure, do that if that's what you have to do so you can load stuff in. But instead of waiting on a loading screen or watching Spyro fly saying now entering wherever, or he's in a rocket or some kind of like Spyro 3 business or whatever the case is, you can have it to where you can launch off from the land of one world from, you know, and fly to where you have to go next. It would make it feel truly open world and like you're going from place to place on your own accord. Even if the game still has to video game you and say, well, you can't leave until you have collected how many ever talismans, how many ever whatever they want to bring back, or whatever new thing they want to create. Whatever collectible you have to, MacGuffin you have to get, you need 20 MacGuffins before you can leave. Well, get them in any order, then go forth. Look, we're in Dante's Freezer. How cool is that shit? You fly there. That's your transition between one world to another. It's so fucking dope. I would love to see this in a new Spyro game. If you fine-tune that type of gameplay and that type of design for what Spyro is right now and what it can be if you evolve it more, you take inspiration from something like this, and it's not bad.
Is a desolate Arctic expanse that's
I like it. I think it's really cool. I wish more Spyro games did it. Because like I said, I think one of my favorite fucking bits from Eternal Night, hands down, is when you're leaving that arena that they throw you in where you find Cinder, but then they kidnap her again, and you have to leave the whole, like, tournament big airship thing. You have to take on a bunch of ambushes, which does kind of suck because, again, the enemies are harder. But you're going from ship to ship, and when you look out to the horizon, you are on this gigantic flying ship, and you see the armada of ships off in the distance ahead of you, but you're flying to each one. No load times, no nothing. You glide. You jump off the plank, because they're pirate ship themed, kind of. You walk the plank, jump off it, and then glide to the next ship, and then you land, and it's a cool sequence. You're gliding for like 15 seconds straight, and then you land on the other ship, take out all the dudes there, destroy the ship, and before it starts to sink down and fall, you jump off it, you glide to the next one. It is such a cool sequence. It is amazing. I want to see a Spyro game that's more, you know, designed like the classics, to take something, some sort of inspiration from something like that. Because that's just so cool. I want more of that. That's what I want to see. Who knows if it's actually going to happen? Maybe it won't, but I want. That's what I want. I want that. I would like to see that.
I knew I brought you along for a reason.
It's sort of, yes. Jack does have like little to no load times. If it's a load time, it's like half a second of a black screen. And that's not even like when you're going from place to place. That's more so when cutscenes happen. So, I mean, you know. But this game has good ideas. The whole trilogy has good ideas. Free Flight's a really good idea. It just wasn't executed to the greatest ability because of how they tacked on co-op. It wasn't really done to its fullest. And if you watch my game chat video on YouTube, I talk about... the whole first episode of that series is about co-op. How it was done right, how it's been done wrong, how it can be done right.
That was a good idea. Glad I thought of it.
Glad.
Spyro taking the credit for Sparks' idea. I love their brotherly dynamic. Here, they're like adopted. He's Sparks' adopted brother. So they technically, they're raised by the same parents. They are brothers in this telling. And I like that. Because they do have a brotherly dynamic. And it's really cool. It's probably just another reason why they made Sparks talk as well. So he can have, Spark can have someone to bounce off of. Otherwise, it would just be Spyro wondering everything to himself. And Sparks just occasionally goes, and you don't, and it's just not going to be like, you know, it's not going to be very comedic to listen to or whatever. They can't really bounce off one another. I mean, they tried that in, you know, those dumb little tutorial bits in Into the Dragonfly, but it just wasn't, it's just a mess or whatever. Sparks was a little too mean to Spyro. I mean, he's kind of mean to him here, but Sparks was a little too mean to Spyro in Into the Dragonfly, because he's like, you purple klutz or some shit. He'll say some shit to him, and it's like, okay. Oh, I thought I had to use the catapult again, but it won't reach over here. So I can just come up this way and kick his ass. Hello? Pop. Don't hurt me. I fire you. He did. Give. What is my upgrade at, by the way? Oh, it's pretty full. Okay, well, not really. Actually. I'll just waste it all on my fire. It's fine. Okay. So, that's the main ability. This is weird. Okay, that one. Oh, great, the cooler's on. This little one, that's my my Y ability, my Y button ability, and my like little bomb fireball ability. So they got separate upgrades. So we're gonna have to find a lot of blue gems. Let's see, where am I going? This way. At least you can see stuff a little better here. This is a lot more tolerable. I like how that's the only positive thing you talk about regarding the Eternal Night. Oh, what, that sequence? Because it's a really good sequence. Well, you don't go to too many different... you go to, like, what, 4, 5, 6 different places in this game? In Eternal Night, you, like, literally go to, like, maybe 4 locations throughout the entire game. Because that whole segment, from the time you get captured from the forest, when you fight that big jungle golem rock creature, you fight that thing, and that's still pretty early on in the game, because before that you get attacked at the temple, and that's the beginning of the game. So Eternal Night goes that you get attacked at the temple, then Ignitus and all the dragons are like, okay, you have to split up and go and do whatever. Spyro, you have to go and find the Chronicler and, you know, go and seek out the tree in your vision. So you have to go to the fucking swamp forest. And then from there, you face the rock golem because you find the tree, but like it's this rock golem's there, or golem, sorry, golem's Smeagol's there. No. So you fight this rock golem, and then the big monkey guy with the birds kidnaps you and puts you in the fucking tournament. Then there's a whole segment of finding Moliere there. You get the message from Hunter, and that's the tease for the next game. And Cinder's there, and you have to face all these guys. Then you face, quote-unquote, Cinder. But it's all in cutscene, and it's just a distraction, so they can figure out how to escape. And then you escape. But Cinder gets taken again, so then you have to pursue her. So in escaping, that entails that you do that whole segment where you have to, go through the whole, no, ow, no, I'm trying to, should be using my thing, speaking of. I was trying to horn dive on him. Hey, little cat, get away from there. But you, yeah, so you escape the ships. At one point, you have to fight that dude who first threw you into the tournament. He's a boss fight. It's a really tedious fight. So things just take longer to do in the game, which kind of pads the time out. But the game otherwise could have been really short. Because then after all of that, then you get to like what's around the final-ish area. Where you have to do all the ambushes and navigate through all this shit to get to Gaul. It's like, it's a... You don't go through too many areas in that game. Really soon we're going to get hit with some lightning, and we're going to get our lightning breath. It'll be really short. All we can do, or it will be very limited, I mean. All we can do is just kind of crackle with electricity. But after we rescue Voltaire, we'll do his, oh, these guys are fucking annoying. I hate them. These big guys. Not these green dudes. That get up really creepily. I'm just gonna use my fury, fuck it. See, because they shed their armor, they become these guys. These guys in this form suck. Thankfully I got him though, without, because they put 2 of them in front of you at one point, and then I guarantee you at least once I'll probably die to them. But yeah, no, if they didn't pad the timeout with how long the bosses and the enemy ambushes can take in Eternal Night, that game would be pretty short, actually. And I didn't realize just how short Dawn of the Dragon was either, because you only go through like maybe 5 or so areas there too. Which I only know because you guys were saying that in Miharu's stream that it was that short. And then because I was looking at a playthrough to help Miharu get to certain points, because she couldn't find her way in a couple small different areas, I was looking at like the full game in a long play, and it only takes, that game, if you know what you're doing and you're fast enough, takes only about, and you're not a speedrunner, it takes like 5.5 hours to beat, and I didn't even know that. It's pretty damn short. Okay, we need to, on the slippery ass ice, come over to the tree, smack the tree, get some snowballs. See, the tracking on the snowballs isn't that bad. The statues from the Dragon Temple, that was really weird. Ice cannon. I'm just going to do this one more time in case I need to. I don't think I need to, but I'll do it again. Yeah, no, I'm good. Gems for me to grab. Thank you. Oh, you know what has a really you know what has a really satisfying sound? This. I'm gonna mute my audio so you can hear this. To me, it's just satisfying. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't know. It sounds satisfying to me. Okay, so we can't go that way. I think it's to ow, fire. Don't touch fire. Is it up here? I honestly... Oh, hi. Whoa. Oh, it's this way. Oh, yeah, here's where I get hit with lightning. Are you ready? Bizu, bizu, bizu. It's coming. Bizu, bizu, bizu.
Look out!
I this little shake he does.
Spyro, you okay, buddy?
Yeah, you have learned the electric stream breath. Press right to select the electricity element. Oh yeah, actually I should have saved my blue gems for electricity. I need to upgrade it at least once so I can show you guys a really fun thing to do with these enemies in this world in particular. Well, any small enemy that is, anyway. Small to medium-sized enemy. Because I don't think I can do it right now. Oh, no, I can do it right now. Hold on. Yeah, you can kind of like... okay, I do need to upgrade it at least once. Here. Stop everything, guys. I need to do my electricity breath. Yeah, I need a little bit more. More blue gems. So... I'll try to explain what I'm gonna be doing. So you can bzz bzz to them, right? But if you flick the control, see I'm doing like little circle motions? It's easier for me to do it that way. See, I'm kind of pulling them that way, right? To the left. So if I can upgrade my electricity breath to be a little more powerful, I can push them even further. And they'll go flying off the cliffside. Not that particular cliffside up ahead, but any cliffside that I'm going to be coming across soon. I'll be able to just shoot them right off the side and they'll die. And it's really fun. And it's a good way to dispatch enemies during these ambushes in this world. I think they're going to keep coming until I destroy the thing. So I need to... be multitasking here. Quick, give me the thing. No. Get away. I can't see what I'm doing. Get away. Give me the fucking snowball. Get away from me. Okay, I went all the way back to where it started. Okay, zap you. Get you out of here. Go. That should do it, right? Yes. I think that should stop them. Or they're just giving me a bunch of dudes to kill. That should be the last of them. Okay, cool. We break these. I'm gonna further upgrade my breath. Okay. We should be good now. It goes a little further. Hopefully it can knock guys off a little faster too. These guys are gonna suck. Like I told you, 2 of those bigger enemies that transform into the they're right here. And this cliffside, I can start as early as right here. I can throw a bunch of these monkeys off the side, and it's just really fun. Why can't we have a dragon like Vodrock in this game? Voiced by John Cassier. Why couldn't John Cassier? What would you do if John Cassier voiced the villain of some creepy, cool dragon villain like Vodrock in a Spyro game? Okay, let's just say that Vodrock was in Spyro. Hell, how about Legend? Because that would make a little more sense. What would you do? By the way, here we go. See, these guys don't move. I can just flick if I just push them this way. Bye. Bye. See you guys later. These guys don't, they stay in place, and that's why they suck, and why I hate them. For them, I actually want to use Flame. And then they do that shit, and they don't hurt me, but they, push me back. Also, the flame around me, that counts toward, damage. If I upgrade myself enough. Especially when I'm electric, I can still shock enemies after I use my Fury. If they're near me, I think I still shock them. Just by being near me, they get hurt. It's really cool. I think it's electricity that does that. Or fire. Or both. I can't remember. Okay, give me some gems. These small guys I can throw off the side. Bye. And their gems come flying right up to me. If I remember right. Ow. Yep. So that's awesome. Unfortunately, I don't have any more Fury. That helps a lot with these guys. Ugh, I'm going to die to them. These guys suck. They take forever to kill, too. And when I run out of breath, which, yes, is a pretty shitty thing, I have to rely on raw combat skill. Which I'm going to be running out of soon. But it does the most damage, which is why I'm using it as much as I am. It's going to happen. I've got low health. I can go see if there's any more gems, but I don't think there are. Yeah, these guys will stay there, so I can just run this way. I can run away, as it were. But I think there might not be any more gems. Also, Sparks is like white. Look, he's like a purplish white right now. It's really bizarre. His color does kind of change throughout the games. Not to signify anything. It's not a reference to the old games. His lighting just kind of fits whatever setting we're in. So sometimes he's yellow, sometimes he's like a pinkish, whitish, like right now. Sometimes I think he's like kind of blue. His lighting just changes depending on where we are. Oh, thank you. Okay, I killed one. If I can get no death on this, that would be sweet. Oh god, if I one more hit, I'm gonna die. Ha! Fuck you! I did not die. Oh, that's sick. I love it. Oh, shit. Okay, let me rephrase that. I didn't die to the guys I thought I was going to die to. The guys I usually die to. So, I still get the W. Shut up. I still win. That was really funny, though. That was perfect timing. Oh, my God. Okay, so those two guys we're not going to really ever see again. These guys are a joke. Because again, you can just do this. Follow me, little guys. Follow me. Bye! I'm just going to send you guys off the side. So you just flick. Like that. You just flick it. So I go and I go. Lightning and then you flick. And you can do it with these guys too. Like, this is a bigger dude. But I can, yeah. Because he's like a lightweight kind of, even though he's heavier set, but he's still within the realm of like, I think I can, yep, I can flick him off too. Takes a little doing, but I can do it. One more. See ya. Easy work. I think they're going to release some more barrels. Or not. Is Boy hawking up shit in the background? I hear him going. Hope he's just coughing. A little kitty cat cough. Which reminds me, I still need a Ghost Roaster figure. I would play the damn game, or at least look up the cutscenes. Oh, for if John Cassier were a Spyro villain. Okay, what if in the next game he was the voice of the next villain, and it was a dragon, but it looked really cool, not some red from Hero's Tale kind of bullshit, but like more along the line of Cinder. Because, yeah, there aren't too many dragons who are on all fours in the Spyro series. Really, this series, this trilogy, is where you get dragons that are on all fours. Not really do you see too many dragons. Spyro doesn't really... When he dies, he gets up on his hind legs and then he flops over. But Cinder doesn't really do anything on two legs. None of the other Elder Dragons or Guardian Dragons do. But all the dragons from Spyro 1 are all on two legs. Spyro does the last the interview on two legs. From at least the first ending. Okay, I need to kill these guys like right now. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away! Explosion and then they're dead. When you're really close to some enemies and you just hit Y to release a fireball. Wait. Yeah. Sometimes when you're really close to them it just looks like an explosion and then they just die. So I'm gonna stay on electricity because so this part sucks. I'm going to attempt to do what the game wants me to do. And that's to run. But it's still going to hit me anyway, probably. Actually, it might not. Oh, okay, actually it didn't. That usually hits me too. Because the charge is a little wonky in this game, so it doesn't always work the way you need it to. For some reason, he's like, oh shit, Spyro's here, I'm going to kill my friends. I don't know why he does this, but there they go. I mean, there are more guys to kill, but at least he made the job easy for me, but they're not being a whole lot that I have to fight. It's just these fools. Again, I can just do this. Get out of here. Pop. So yeah, this area does include a lot of fighting, but again, especially when you're near a cliffside, you can make short work of them. I thought you had a Ghost Roaster figure, I was gonna say, actually, Aaron. I'm surprised you don't. Maybe that will be your Christmas present, who knows? Yeah, actually, I'll stick with fire. Let's do the thing that the game taught us to do. Well, let's attempt it. Hup! Okay, or just hit me, it's fine. Hop. Fucking don't ruin my thing, dude! Hop. Let's Well, that kind of worked. I pushed him into the other guy, but no one died, so it's virtually useless. There. Give me the gemmies. Okay. Oh man, let's see. I think there are some gems in here that I can get. I'm a little stuck. Ugh. Is there anything I can get here? I guess not. Okay. Oh, hi. Cool. Rifubil, what? Something tooth? I didn't see it all. These names, man, these names are weird. I'm definitely saving that fury for later. I don't think my fury regenerates, or rather, like, goes back down to nothing before I get to a boss. I can't remember how that works. Also, these segments are cool because, oh no, these guys suck, actually. See, these enemies are going to drop down other enemies, I think. Or is it just these guys? So there's this fool here, right? These guys come back in Eternal Night, and they fucking suck. These guys are part of that ambush from the end of the game, and they suck so hard. Because of that shit they do, how they nip at you. So that nip, right? Like, here it just makes me like kind of like take a hit and I do a short animation. In Eternal Night, they can like, actually it's less of a nip and more like they kind of headbutt you, but it's a short animation, like attack animation, like how they're nipping at me. And I need to pause to explain this. So when they do that in Eternal Night, you go like rolling back, and then Spyro gets a little like winded, and it's a whole animation. By the time you're actually able to get back up and get back in the game, they're right up on your ass, and they'll just headbutt you again. And they can catch you potentially on a cycle, and it really sucks. So it's a whole ass thing. Eternal Night is something else. Oh, sweet. Okay, I got 2 upgrades. The third one for both breath and fireball or projectile. I think I'd probably just die. The third little upgrade ability, or little cube, little square block. It takes way longer to upgrade that last bit. Excuse me. I want this guy. No, okay. I got 2 guys at the same time in midair. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'll use my fury right now. I do want to make it a point to build it back up again, though. What I was starting to say was, I don't know if by the time you enter a boss fight, if your fury, if you don't use it, gets, like, set back to nothing because you're in a boss fight. I don't think that's how it works, but I'm hoping that's not how it works, because I do want to have enough to be able to, I need to have some fury so I can face the Ice King. So, because his fight's like in 3 parts and it sucks. Oh, there are more of these guys. I forgot. Oh, there are 3 of them. There are 3 of them. And I used my fury. Oh, and they have projectiles, so that's cool. Thank you. I was like, that's less. We'll see of them. Nope. Oh, and that's right. The Ice King works like this too, kind of. Ghoulblade the Cold. That's a cool name. Die, please. I hate when they guard. That stupid little guarding animation. It doesn't hurt me, but it just kind of like bounces me back. It's so annoying. When they put their little shield up, I am going to die. These guys are too damn powerful. Now look at these guys, and imagine every single enemy almost being that powerful. That's Eternal Night. these motherfuckers, and I have no breath now. These motherfuckers, but way, it's just everybody. Like, taking a bunch of hits, having cheap hits, I'm dead. Imagine this right here, but every enemy almost, besides the apes, are about this powerful. Actually, it kind of behooved me to die, so I can do this to them. I gained my mana back. That guy's dead. Oh no, he's not. I thought he was. Hey, will I hit them, Spyro? Thank you. Okay, one guy's... Nope, they're not dead yet. They're doing weird little fucking, like, taunting animations, and I just used up all my shit. Okay, one guy died. They take a lot of health from you. Okay, 2 guys dead. And... 3 guys dead. Cool. Oh, jeez. The Ice King? Yes. Not voiced by Tom Kenny, and not from Adventure Time. I believe he's called the Ice King, this first boss. Give me some of that health. Even though I actually already have enough. But I need some fury as well. Yeah, we're getting there. And not the one from the pilot either. Also voiced by the boy. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Let's do the thing that Ignite has taught us. Just shoot shit. I missed. Should be it, right? Oh, this dude. Hello, sir. Ow. That animation, you see how I got knocked back and I like rolled backward? Those bigger guys do that to you. And they suck. Alright. Hit this pot. Make it boil. I love that sound. So I'm a weirdo. That's just very satisfying to me. That's some ASMR. Shit! I was about to say that's some ASMR shit right there. I didn't mean to actually say shit. Oh, I hit the spike on the fucking fence there. The barricade. Yeah, even hitting the your little slice and if you like cut yourself on like the spikes. I'll show you what I mean. These barricades, they have spikes on them. You can't touch them. They hurt you a little bit and you get bounced back. Same thing with fire. They're not just there to be particles, they're there as actual fire. So if you touch it, you get hurt. Ah, the open. Are there guys following me? Yes, there are. Die. My fury is almost there. I'm going to save it this time. I don't really need it right now. At least I don't think I'm going to need it before the boss, but I want to save it so when I get to the boss, hopefully I'll be able to have it. Goov what? What are these names? I wish there was a Legend of Spyro enemy name generator that exists online as a little website. So you could just... What's your Legend of Spyro enemy name? They'll just... Ow. See? They'll just mash a bunch of shit together. Oh, I missed. They were too fast for my fireball. More, please. Do the combo, Spyro. Do your 3-hit combo. Oh. That hit up top. Okay. Pump. Okay. Yeah, I can do that too. You can destroy those barricades, but right now I'm just, for whatever reason, choosing not to. Those wooden fences, you can destroy them. They too actually make satisfying, like, breaking noises. Here, I'll break them after I kill these guys. Yeah. The noises they make are satisfying too. Same thing with the doors, actually. These wooden doors. In fact, I think that's the same sound effect. It might be. I can't hear it very well right now. I've got my headphones on. Oh, more dudes. Hi. We're in a very claustrophobic enclosed space, and I don't like it. There's no cliffside for me to throw you off of, and that frightens me. Die, please. Thank you. Shade wing. Defe shade wing. This is where I came from, right? Yup. And those guys come from Skell's Badlands. I'm tired. Are you actually gonna go? If you're gonna get some rest, then you should do that. You can watch us back, and this one will go back up on YouTube, so, oh, that's, I almost, let's, pew. Yeah. I almost just straight up hit that with my face. Yeah, the slide one's not going up because I wasn't feeling it. It was just a really weird stream. But this one will definitely go up on YouTube. So if it ever gets taken off Twitch for any reason, then you can watch it on YouTube. Ow. So let me reiterate too, for people dropping out. If I hit up to, what did I say, 50 followers, I will do a full playthrough of this. Now, I'm not saving my progress right now. I think I can overwrite a save file later if I really want to. I will gladly start from the beginning again if you guys really want to see all of this again. If not, then I can save it. Kaboom! But if we hit 50 followers, just whenever, you know, that'll be the incentive for when we hit 50 followers. I will play this whole game on stream here on Twitch. Plus, the alerts I have for when I get followers and stuff are actually different than when I get subs on YouTube. So if you want to hear the different quirky little fucking alerts, then definitely follow on here. Yes, now they're giving me a bunch of gems because we got some more fighting coming up. Oh shit! Bye, Spyro. That was fun.
Let's do it.
Does it stay? Oh, it does. Okay. I was supposed to run. I forgot that that was going to be a thing that happened. Here's the almighty cliffside. This is the... We're actually really close. This is the final, or it's one of... It's getting up there. This is one of the final ambushes, like big ambushes before we get to, the first boss, the Ice King. So that was meant to intimidate, but we're gonna get some enemies coming up right here. Yeah, I can throw all these guys off the cliff. And you get these guys too, these like bat things. And they scream at you. Leave. These guys slide a lot. If you get them just right, yeah, there you go, see ya. They just fly right off. So again, you can make short work of these guys. Bye. See you guys later. And they'll keep refilling your health or your mana because you get green gems from them, so it's never that big of a deal. If this isn't actually where the final ambush is, then it should be coming up. Goodbye. Oh shit, I was about to glide over. Yeah, I have to fight these guys. But hey, now the game looks amazing because we're outside and it's not very dark. I'll get both of you at once. I'll take you all on. Bye. Bye. Thankfully the kill line's like just right there. Let them get into position, let them do their thing, play their animation, and then kill them! Bye. Bye. When I first found this just by fucking around, I was like, this makes everything easier. You don't have to fight these guys here. Just bye! Just fling them off. Let me position myself a little better here. Bye. Ow. Landed right on top of me. At least they don't give me... Now, at this point, they don't give me any more of those fucking assholes, those big enemies that turn into those skeletons. Thankfully, those guys aren't around anymore. The Ice King is a big one of those guys, but... So, we don't have to worry about it until later. But in terms of progressing... See ya. We're done with the littler versions. Oh, there he goes. Whoa! 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 Bye. Yeah, there we go. Not too bad.
Hey, we should head this way, genius. Hey, Spot. Oh, check this out. Echo!
Yee! I think there's a bit more left, or we're already there. To the Ice King. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we got a little bit more left. I think I remember this. Yep. No more cliff sides. We've got to actually fight these dudes. Well, one's dead. One actually died, so that's good. Again, I'm going to keep my Fury meter, though. I don't want to have to rebuild it again. It takes quite some time to rebuild the meter. To refill it. There aren't too many dudes here. I think some bigger guys come in a minute. I think, anyway. Yeah. So, they're giving us a bunch of gems to get, because we've got another fight coming. they give us a bunch of fucking gems. Okay. Here we go. Time for the boss.
Hey, that's him. We did it. Bye.
There he is, full tier.
Too easy. What part was easy? Getting
I like this scream that Sparks does. He goes, and it sounds very low effort.
Don't even get in.
I love that scream, it's so funny. Whoa, this guy's so menacing that the fucking frame rate went down a little bit. Whoa. Or it was supposed to be some epic slow-mo? I can't tell. Alright, here we go. Yeah, see, Ice King. Oh, and this whole arena is ice physics. My favorite. Oh, shit. Ow. Thankfully, red gems do drop. Green gems are a little tougher to come by, which is going to be kind of shit because I'm going to need some. Yeah, see, there we go. Get those greens. Ow. You know what does suck, though? This goes for every boss in the game. If I die, his health resets. Well, more so, I start from the beginning of the boss fight. So, I do really want to make sure that... Shit. I don't die. Here, I'm going to use my Fury. This might be a bad idea because he has multiple phases. That didn't do as much as I thought it would. Ow. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Give me the red. Dodge these. Get the green. Give me some red, please. Thank you. Ow. Fuck! Ah, Jesus, I was really close to the next meter. Yep, no more Fury to go on now. Not that it did a whole lot, but, I mean, it helps. Shit, and I can't afford to miss my fucking shots either. God damn it, and it's really hard. There are so many particles around here, too. So it does get hard to see what attack is going to do next. The physics here all around are just really weird. It's not a very strong first boss fight. As long as I keep my health up, I can keep regaining breath, which is what I want. Jump over those things. His attack pattern is pretty simple, but just trying to manage everything while you're on ice. Not again the strongest first fight. Camera gets stuck on shit sometimes. Yeah, I didn't jump. I wasn't watching what he was doing. Green. Okay, here we go. First phase done. I believe if I die, I start on the... I wanna say I start on this phase, but I don't remember. So I'm not gonna... I think he turns into a skeleton. I think he's a bigger version of those annoying enemies. I think. I actually can't remember now that I think about it, which is bad, because I think he has a third... Actually, no, this might be it. Because I don't see another meter under his, under this color here. I don't see another color under this one, under the red. This might be it. It's just two phases. Oh, no, because he turned... No, that's when he dies. When he dies, he turns into a skeleton. But then he's dead. So that means we've actually almost beaten him. See, as long as you keep your distance... Heavily rely on these, just dodge everything. That was the issue I was having. There we go. There we go. Spam it, spam it, spam it, spam it, spam it. Just spam it. Dead! Yes! I think. Third phase. Now he's dead. He's down. We did it. He's up. He's up. Third phase. Shit! He's up. Oh no, I thought it was just 2. I knew it was 3. Now he's hobbling around. Does he do anything different? Oh, he does that shit. I think he freezes you if he touches you. Okay, it's kind of more or less the same. Just don't let him... This is a very much just dodge and don't stay close to him. I'm out of breath. Give me green, please. Ooh, dodge. Watch out for that. Watch out for that. Ooh. And the attack patterns are faster now. It's the same things, but they just move faster. Dodge that. Oh, turn around. Turn the camera. Hopefully he's not actually pointing his breath at me. Whoa. Collect some shit. Get all my stuff back. Hop over these. Jump for the breath. Whoa, that went way up in the air. You know, despite having this, like, ice shield around you, it's not really helping. Oh, shit, that hurt me. Ah, careful. Spam it, spam it, spam it, spam it. Get away from him. Ah, okay, I didn't get hit. I thought I did. Careful. Oh, that was bad timing. Okay, whatever, whatever. I can spam him right here. Spam. Oh, I'm fucking... No, 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 no. This will be really bad. I got him, I got him, I got him. Okay, now he's dead. Oh, whew. Okay, there we go. Finally defeated him. It's Voltaire! Ah, too bad Miharu had to leave. Well, you can always watch this back. I'll give this link to you, or you can wait to watch it on YouTube. He likes to talk, doesn't he?
Why do they gag this guy?
So much time has passed, so many things have been learned. And now here he is standing right before me.
Excuse me, Mr. Volt.
Mr. Volt?
So shouldn't we get going?
Oh, of course. But where to?
Let's go back to the Dragon Temple.
Just waiting.
Yes, Ignitus.
Yes, Ignitus.
Then he goes, yes, Voltaire, it's good to see you too. Even Ignitus is annoyed by him mildly. I'm actually going to end right here. It's the perfect...
Yes, Voltaire, it's good to see you as well, but we don't have time to waste on sentiment. Back to Cinder.
I don't really want to do the training. I can probably save. Cinder's a chick. It's probably what Aaron said. What Miharu said when she found out, because she originally thought when she first saw Cinder that Cinder was a guy.
And I believe that I somehow powered it. Does this mean anything to you, Ignitus?
Perhaps. What I do
Yeah,
know
so
is that
this is where like the repetitiveness comes in. So we came back to the temple. If I were to continue, we would do Voltaire's training to enhance my abilities for the electrical stuff, electricity and all that.
What?
Well, he says he'd like to teach me some things about that.
Yeah, see, so.
Oi, I say so.
Yeah, so this is where we'll end. I will save this, so if we hit that 50 follower incentive, I can finish this up if you want to see it as a full playthrough. And if you want to vote on something else, if you want to see something else from me as my first Twitch playthrough, then if I don't pick out a game by then when we hit 50 followers, I can put something up for you guys to vote on. the choices will be picked by you guys. We'll have 4 games picked by you. If I own the game, then cool. And then we'll go from there. Like that's probably how we'll do it anyway. We'll see. So then we can vote on what you guys want to see. If you don't want to see this game get continued, but this was just here to celebrate the 16th anniversary of this game. I can't believe it's already been 16 years. Freaking yesterday, I was trying to show Victor an MV that I found of. of this game set to Green Day's Boulevard of Broken Dreams, because I saw that at my mom's work. One time she took me to work with her, and it was right at the end of the day, so we were the only 2 there, and I found it while just moseying around YouTube, and it was like the funniest shit. And I remember really liking it, and I think the one I found was the one, but it's been so long I can't remember. There were like 4 different Boulevard of Broken Dreams videos for Spyro, but yeah, that's gonna do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching this for this live, oh here, hey, you're still here. I remember seeing a fan-made Japanese trailer for this game. I've never seen that. I'm glad that you got to see Voltaire then, if you stuck around. All of it was Google Translate. That's awesome. Okay, I think we're gonna end it here. So thank you guys for tuning in, those of you with us live. And if you're watching this back as a video and you've gotten here to the very end, thanks for staying for the very end. So it's plug time. Yeah, I'm one of the YouTubers, Crash community YouTuber people that got a pizza box. So got some cool goodies in there, and you can see the video up on YouTube, the little trailer, not so much of a trailer. It was just a little promo video. I wanted to do something a little different than everyone else. I went back ahead and I posted pictures of me with the box like everyone else did, but instead of doing like a discussion video on the pizza box, because I'm finally included in getting some goodies to promote Crash, I wanted to do something a little different, a little extra, you know. So add a little bit of my own flavor to it. So I did a funny little skit, a little promo video for the pizza box. And Miharu got it too. Thankfully, ours ran a little on that late side, or at least it seemed like it, but everyone's been getting them at the same time, kind of. So, you know, they're getting doled out more and more. And Miharu and I are included in that, and we are just so thankful and grateful to be part of it. So there's that. You can watch that silly little video to see the reveal of the pizza box. You can also see my Rayman video that just went out, Rayman and the Rabbids, talking about Rayman's comeback through the Mario plus Rabbids DLC. You can also watch the little teaser. There is a teaser trailer that I made for Spyro Com Day, or Spyro Community Day. I can't say community very fast. I like to believe I have like this really weird speech impediment with certain words ending in ITI, or ITY, sorry. So if I say it real fast, I can't, my mouth can't keep up with that. So I'm gonna call it Spyro Com Day. This is the 3rd one that's being done, so I'm gonna contribute to it like I contributed to the last 2. So for this one, I'm gonna be doing 337%, everything in Reignited in one giant stream. It's gonna be like several hours long. It'll hopefully be a good time. So that'll be a thing. And Miharu's got a big Enter the Dragonfly video coming up for Spyro that I'm going to be doing the editing for and contributing to. So it's that, a bunch of other different members of the community and other people who submitted applications to be a part of that video with their voiceover. So you can look forward to that around also Spyro Com Day next month. So we've got a lot of stuff planned. And in terms of streams, back over on YouTube this Saturday, if all goes well and our schedules sync up really nicely, then Miharu, my brother Victor, and I will definitely be going back to Uncharted 3. We just finished Banjo last weekend, so this weekend's going to be Uncharted 3, finishing that game up on stream. And then after that's done with Uncharted, either we'll do another game for Saturday, or if Miharu's up to it, then we will probably just jump right back into Banjo-Tooie, so I can finally finish that game all the way to completion. Not everything, but beat the game, because I haven't beaten Tooie yet. So, you have 3 days. 3 days to gather everything up, and then the editing starts, and it's gonna get fucking crazy. I just came off of a really big video that I did for my channel, which was the Crash Iceberg video, the Crash Ultimate Lore Iceberg, so you can check that out too, up on the channel now. But that took the entirety of September to put together, so hopefully I can get this video done, this Enter the Dragonfly one for you, done in a bit of a faster manner. We'll see. So I will try and get as much done as I possibly can, and as quick of a time, while not rushing the process. I do want it to be as polished as I can make it, but depending on how quickly I can just naturally flow in the editing process, hopefully it won't take me as long, even though I have like about a month-ish to edit this video, but hopefully I can get it done fairly quickly while having that polish there. So there's that on Miharu's end. You can also subscribe to her on YouTube, and if you're watching this back on YouTube, then you will definitely see the description. You can check the description for all the links and stuff. For Twitch, it's not that simple. You can find my links and stuff on the About section or all that. So there's that. In terms of videos coming up, I've got possibly another Rayman themed video. I'm not really sure yet. I'm still putting together the concept for it. And there is another Crash / Spyro video talking about both franchises in one video that I've got to put some visuals to, but that one's actually about halfway done with editing, so that should be up hopefully next week. I'll try to anyway. So as I'm editing the Dragonfly video, my Crash / Spyro video should be up on YouTube sometime next week. We'll see. So that's what you can expect as of right now. I think that should be it. Don't know what we're streaming on here next week. We'll see. If I hit 50 followers though, then at any point, doesn't have to be on stream, then we will continue this game if that's what you want to see. But that'll be it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Mark. I'll see you guys later. Keep checking up on YouTube, and definitely check on Twitter for updates and stream schedules, but updates on streams and videos. And if anything happens, like times or schedules change with streams and all that, Twitter's the place to check. All that's on my About. So I'm Mark. I'll see you guys later, and until next time, take care. Thanks for watching.